Welcome back to Wheel Reverend. When riding the Kawasaki Z H2 is like living in two worlds at once. On one hand, it feels like a wild, unchained beast ready to throw everything it has at the asphalt. On the other hand, it's astonishingly refined, as if every detail has been considered to make the machine both powerful and civilized. That duality is what makes it so fascinating. You can cruise through city traffic in a higher gear, barely sipping from its fuel tank, with a throttle feeling light and forgiving. Yet, with just a flick of the wrist, the supercharger's bools, the intake growls, and the entire character of the bike transforms. It's as if you suddenly shifted Universessa from calm commuter to road warrior in an instant. The supercharger is worth emphasizing again, because it's not just a marketing buzzword. Kawasaki has perfected the art of forced induction in motorcycles, and the Z H2 is a showcase of that technology. It's not a turbo with lag or peaks that catch you off guard. Instead, the centrifugal supercharger delivers immediate boost, creating a smooth but monstrous torque curve. That torque is what makes overtakes almost effortless. Imagine being behind a car at highway speed, and with the simple roll-on, you're already past without even needing to drop gears. For riders who crave usable power in the real world, this system makes as much sense as it does excitement. Then there's the ergonomics. Unlike its sibling, the Ninja H2, which tucks you into a more aggressive stance, the Z H2 puts you in a natural upright posture. Wide handlebars give you leverage for city maneuvering, and the seat height is approachable enough that average riders won't feel intimidated. Kawasaki has clearly aimed for accessibility without compromising the edge. That matters when you're trying to sell a bike not just as a track weapon, but as something that owners can enjoy on daily rides. Visually, the Z H2 is a head-turner, and not always in the conventional beautiful motorcycle sense. It's more like an intimidating sculpture, the kind of design that sparks conversation at every fuel stop. The asymmetric intake is unmistakable, almost like a scar that gives the bike character. The LED headlamp unit has a predatory stare, and the Sugomi design philosophy ensures every angle makes the bike look ready to pounce. This isn't a bike that blends into a parking lot. It announces itself even when it's standing still. Electronics play a crucial role in making this level of performance manageable, and Kawasaki has left little on the table. The integration of riding modes is seamless, as selecting between sport, road, rain, or rider custom settings genuinely changes the personality of the bike. The Bashima works in the background like a silent co-pilot, constantly analyzing lean angles, acceleration, braking forces, and throttle inputs to keep the rider safe. It doesn't rob the experience of its rawness, but instead makes sure the experience doesn't turn catastrophic when the limits are approached. It's a delicate balance between freedom and safety, and Kawasaki seems to have struck it. The TFT display is another element that makes the Z H2 feel futuristic, bright, sharp, and customizable. It shows everything from boost pressure to gear position, trip info, and even smartphone notifications. Being able to connect your phone through Kawasaki's Rideability app adds modern convenience, and it feels like the company is paying attention to the lifestyle side of motorcycling, not just the mechanicals. This is important because today's riders expect their machines to be as connected as their cars and devices, and the Z H2 delivers on that front. On twisty roads, the bike shows its other face. While the weight is noticeable at low speeds, once you're rolling, the trellis frame and suspension make it feel planted yet responsive. You can confidently push into corners, knowing the suspension will soak up imperfections and keep the bike stable. The Brembo brakes provide strong feedback and are more than capable of scrubbing speed from triple digits down to zero without trauma. It's clear Kawasaki didn't just throw a supercharger on a chassis and call it a die. They engineered every element to complement the performance. And then there's the soundtrack. The Z H2 doesn't sound like a typical inline-4. The supercharger's whine is an audible reminder that this isn't just another naked bike. As the revs climb, that whine intensifies, blending with the exhaust growl to create a sound that's almost otherworldly. It's mechanical music that no aftermarket pipe could replicate, and it adds another sensory layer to the riding experience. For many owners, That sound alone will be worth the price of admission. Speaking of price, yes, the ZH2 isn't cheap. At around $23,900 in North America and roughly a negation $19,500 in parts of Europe, it sits at the premium end of the naked segment. But what you're paying for is exclusivity and technology that no rival currently offers. Ducati, KTM, Aprilia, MOA all have their own incredible naked bikes, but none of them bring supercharged madness to the table. That uniqueness makes the Kawasaki stand apart. It's not trying to compete directly with the others on their terms. It's creating its own category, and that makes the value proposition stronger for riders who want something no one else has. Ultimately, the Kawasaki Z H2 is more than just specs, numbers, or features. It's an experience machine. It's about the rush of torque that makes your stomach drop, the howl of the supercharger that tingles your spine, and the confidence that comes from knowing electronics are working to keep you in control. It's about rolling up at a meet and knowing you've brought something rare, something with a badge that means history and innovation in equal measure. For the rider who craves intensity without the confines of fairings, who wants a superbike's heart in a naked frame, this machine is a dream realized.